Whew. Check out this worm. Oh, it's good, looks good. It's good soil. Hi, Brett Rousseau, Nursery and Planting Specialist here at Hoyt Arboretum. Today we're going to be planting a Quercus bearbertifolia into our collection. I'm going to get started by going all the way around and digging our hole. So today we're planting a 5-gallon pot. So I'm going to be digging my hole about 1 shovel width larger all the way around. So after I've gone all the way around with my circle, then I'm going to create a crosshairs. Because we're planting on a slope, it's important to kind of make a flat level terrace. Over time we're going to be mulching and watering, and we don't want all of that rushing downhill. So I'm going to use the clumps of grass kind of on the down slope to create that terrace. As you're digging your hole, be mindful about where you place the dirt, because you're going to need to bring that back into the hole, and if it's spread all over the place, it's going to be much more difficult to recuperate. So once I get started, I like to pop the tree out and take a look at its roots just to see how big of a hole I need to dig, how deep. Generally, we're going for a hole that's twice as big as the pot and the same depth. You don't want to dig too deep, because as soil settles, the tree is going to end up being below grade, which is too deep. One of the most important things with tree planting is that where the roots becomes the shoot of the tree is exactly at soil level. If it's too low, over time it can rot. So now I'm going to go ahead and pop this out and take a look at its roots. Okay, so a little bit of circling roots going on. It's important to tease those out. If I were just to place it in like this, those roots are going to keep going in that same direction, and over time the tree will girdle itself. But as far as depth, that looks good. I want my final soil level to be about right here, and I don't think it needs to be any deeper than that. So now I'm going to go ahead and shake some of this potting soil off. You can see these roots have woken up in spring, and they're starting to put on that new fleshy white growth, which is exciting to see. So with roots, you kind of want to be firm but loving. You don't want to be ripping and breaking them, but at the same time shaking them out is going to be important and serve the plant in the long run. Sometimes it's like untangling very long hair. So once I tease these out, these actually are quite long. I'm actually going to dig this hole a little bit deeper so that I can give this a downward trending direction. I like to give the base of the plant a little bit of a perch to sit on to support it. So I'm going to take some dirt, put that in there, and then fan these roots out so that they are growing downwards. You never really know what you're going to find until you get in there. Okay, now that I feel good about those long roots, I'm going to make sure this is the orientation that I want and start backfilling. As you go, make sure and compact. You don't want any pockets of air to be in there around the roots. It's important as much as possible to use the native soil in the planting hole. One thing you want to avoid is putting compost down in there, because that's going to rot over time and then create air pockets. You really want to just have native soil in the hole and then put your woody debris and compost on top at the very end. I'm gonna take my shoe, compact it. Because of the slope, yeah, and also because we're planting this tree in thick grass, so the competition is gonna be more intense. So the more of the grass I can clear now, and then we'll mulch, it's gonna give the roots a better chance to establish. Should be well rooted in there. You give it the tug test, you should get no give. Okay, now we can mulch it. Wood chips is one of the best things you can do for your tree as far as preventative tree health and plant care. It's going to suppress weeds, it's going to retain moisture, and as these wood chips break down, it's going to create a fungal community that the tree can tap into for accessing excess nutrients. You just want to make sure they're arborist chips, not bark dust. Bark dust is not the same thing and can have a hydrophobic quality. So you want to make sure it's the woody material of a tree. And I'm going to come back and give it some water, and then it's going to have the rest of the season to grow.